Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back at the Kansas All-Terrain Vehicle Association, or the KTVA. So you guys have probably, unless you're new to the channel, you've seen me or heard me talk about this place several times. I kind of grew up riding here, but the cool thing about it, if you are looking for a new place, or not necessarily new, but a different place to come ride and you're local to the Kansas City or just Kansas area in general, the KTVA is an awesome option. I think it's about, for us, it's about an hour 15 from Kansas City. If you're in Topeka, it's basically 15 minutes south on Highway 75, I believe is the highway. But we're gonna be going over everything about the KTVA, let you guys know what you have to do to come ride here, because it's not as easy as just showing up and riding. And then we're also going to show you a little bit of the details of what this place has to offer, and I think you're going to want to check it out, especially here in 2023. We're just gonna take a little loop around the parking lot here real quick, or the campground, I guess I would say. It's pretty basic, your normal campground. It really, nothing too special about it. A few cool features. We do have this shelter house. I'm not gonna open it up now. It's all big, open. Inside of there, we've got several picnic tables. So what we'll do is kind of like on big camp out weekends, so like Halloween, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, all the major holidays, we'll come out here and kind of plan a few events. And we'll actually do like some potlucks or just a big grill out. We've got this huge smoker back here, and it's kind of, this is a recent addition, this old overhang, but we've got this big smoker, and sometimes people will bring a big slab of meat or whatever it might be, and we'll smoke a bunch of meat for the whole campground and have a good time. So that's kind of a cool little thing we like to do here. One thing that's different about the KTVA is it's a lot more of a kind of family friendly place, I would say. It's not really your come down and party all day, drink all day, and just get hammered and go ride kind of thing. We definitely have a little bit more stricter rules, especially when it comes to alcohol and safety, which personally I think is a good thing. You shouldn't be really going out and drinking and then driving the razors. It's just not safe for you, your family, or anyone else out on the trail. But we do also require helmets here, and I see a lot of people bitch, especially on Facebook, about places having rules like this. And I know a lot of people don't understand what it takes to run a place like this. We're a lot more strict here, so it's a little bit easier. We don't have to deal with a lot of the bullshit that other places do. But having helmets is kind of, it's a big insurance break, and that's a big thing with a lot of these places is people think like the owners are just buying land and building trails. That's not the case. Insurance is stupid expensive for places like this. A lot of insurance companies don't even want to insure them. And then when you open up things like drag racing or doing racing in the trails, stuff like that, that also adds more liability. Our insurance covers quite a bit of stuff, but it's not cheap. So that's kind of one reason we do require helmets here. Another few things that we do have, nothing like too crazy, but we have like an outhouse down here. And then obviously we've got a nice little playground for the kids. And then I'm not sure on the exact numbers, but I think there's 20 or 25 pull through slips. And then we have some over on this backside kind of by the entrance. And all of them have recently been upgraded to 50 amp service. I think some of them might be still 30 amp, but I know the majority are 50 amp plugins. So you can bring your campers, hook up for the weekend, run your AC, run your heat, whatever you might need to do. This place didn't have any electrical when the KTVA first got it. So we're actually leasing this ground from the Corps of Engineers. So it's kind of a little bit different scenario than some of these other places. We don't actually own this, it's actually leased, but we have been able to do a lot of upgrades like this electrical stuff. We also have water. There's a water hydrant down there. We've got another one right here, and then there's a third one on up there. So we don't have direct hookups for campers, but what a lot of people will do is they'll just pull in like on a Friday night, come in, hook up to the water, fill their tanks, and then go find their camping spot. And we have enough hose to reach everywhere in the campground. So if for whatever reason you run out of water on the weekend, we can fill you back up and you'll be good to go. And one other thing, kind of like what I was saying, is different about the KTVA is you have to be a member. And that it all goes hand in hand with how this place runs. So we're technically open 24/7. You can see no one else is here but me. And the reason being is our members get access to the gate codes. We do this it's easier to kind of monitor. Obviously, kind of works on the trust system. We would like to maybe do it a different way where we have someone always here and they kind of run the campground, but that's not how we do it currently. But it is cool because it's open 24/7 if you're a member. And there is a lot more rules about that. I'm not going to get into it. You can go check them out on the Facebook page or the website, which all of that I'm going to link down in the description below. So the north side of the road, which is where the campground is, I think is roughly 10 acres. So we do have a few trails on this north side. The south side is where the majority of our trails are, and I think it's around 90 to 100 acres. So it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but I'll show you the screen on my Ride Command and the Razor. We have so many trails packed in. It's a really good day trip or a weekend kind of getaway. And with all the other amenities we have here, it's definitely like a come hang out and enjoy all the other riders, make some friends, get out and ride a little bit, and just enjoy outdoors. I mean, that's what it's all about, coming out here, enjoying it. But enough of me talking. I think it's time to go show you guys some of the trails. It's all marked red, blue, and green, but we do kind of have a few key areas that people will often refer to. So we're gonna go do a loop around the trails, show you guys some stuff. And again, thank you for watching. If you want to check out the KTVA, again, I'll link it down in the description below, and we'll see you out on the trail. Our first spot out here is a place we like to call Snake Pit. Now, it's called that because in the summertime, a lot of the time, or like early spring, get off of me. You can come out here and like along all of these little hills, there can be snakes. There's also kind of like back in here, there's a lot of big chunks of limestone and holes. I can walk over and show you guys, I guess, but a lot of snakes like to be in there. So we call this area Snake Pit. Also, the pit, kind of self-explanatory. We're down in a little bowl, but there's also always a mud pit right there. So a lot of people like to come up here, fling some mud. Personally, I used to be that way, especially on the quads because they were so easy to clean. But with these razors and side-by-sides in general, they're a pain in the ass to clean, especially when you're in some nasty, mucky mud and it gets everywhere. So yeah, this is the Snake Pit area. I've also done a lot of jumps through here. If you've seen the comparison videos with my dad and I when we're out here, this is kind of the area that you saw us jumping. And right up over there is the track. But we're gonna go show you a couple more places down here at the KTVA, show you a couple more trails, a couple areas that I like to go, and get you guys on your way. Sorry if the wind noise is really bad down here, but we are at a place that a lot of people like to call Flat Rock. So it's obviously a creek bed. And what's cool about it is it's an all rock bottom creek bed. So really from where the Razor's parked all the way, it goes all the way back here and then loops back around. It's all solid flat rock on the bottom. So it's a lot of fun. It's kind of hard to do it in the Razors. It's not quite wide enough. I have gotten it to do it once. But I used to always come down here on the four-wheelers and just spin kitties or donuts, whatever you want to call them. Come down here, get freaking soaking wet from all the water, but it was always a blast. And this kind of place is also, being so down low, really muddy a lot of the time. So you can see there's been people going all over, back and forth through here, all mud, and then right over into all that grassy stuff, it gets really muddy too. And we've even come down here again on the four-wheelers. We never have done it on the razors just because of how big of a pain they are to clean. But we've come down here and like just gone crazy in the mud before. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, this is flat rock. And another cool thing with this area is there's a bunch of hill climbs shooting up out of the creek. So obviously you'd come through the creek and shoot on up. There's like one there. Here's another one here. There used to only be one, and it was pretty nasty. And then we actually came in and took out a lot of the rock, and just over time the rain and water and everything just kind of eroded it again. But this one's another pretty intense one. It's hard to, obviously the camera never does trails justice, especially ones like this. I can try to climb up here and show you guys, but this rock ledge, we had come out here before and actually taken like a sledgehammer and kind of broke it down, but it is obviously starting to come back pretty strong. So yeah, it's a, I don't know, I'd say that's probably a 2-foot rock. I mean, my foot, there's my knee, so I don't know, however far that is, a couple feet, but kind of screws you over because you'd hit this one with your left side and then you hit the other edge over there. But it's down there a ways, pretty steep. Definitely would not want to come up here and hit that and then have to roll back down. Probably be easier going down this hill, but again, these ruts are so deep. Like, I don't even think my machine has enough clearance. I think I would be dragging this whole thing. But this is a pretty intense hill, and then there's one more down there by the bridge. That's actually the main road you come in off of, and then there's another hill that shoots up over there. Not quite as intense as this one, but it is still pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna do it, but some people do, obviously. But that's really a lot of this place. Like I said, it's only about 100 acres, but like I showed on that ride command screen, it's almost all blue because there's so many trails packed in here. It's a lot of fun. We have done hare scrambles out here before. It's been, I don't know, 5-6 years probably, but we set up a hare scramble course and people came out and raced and had a pretty good time. So that's pretty much it for this video. We're gonna hit the campground, get some water, maybe get a little bite to eat, and then we're gonna keep riding out here. But again, if you guys have any questions about this place at all, please drop them down in the comment section below. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, and I can answer pretty much any question you might have. Definitely be on the lookout. I am planning a dune event, hopefully in April. Stay tuned for the date on that. If you're on Facebook, it'll be posted all over there. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.